Hi, welcome to Learn with me, Mrs. Sullivan. Today I'm sharing bald eagle facts. The adult bald eagle has a brown body, a white head, and a white tail, and hooked yellow beak and taloned feet. It is a raptor or bird of prey, which means it hunts for food. Like all raptors, a bald eagle has a special talon that can rotate around and be able to be used like a thumb to be able to kind of pinch and grab onto the food that it's hunting. The talons are long and have a sharp pointed hook on the end to help catch and carry food while flying. Bald eagles' wings are huge. They can be 7.5 feet wide, and they have about 7,000 feathers. They weigh from 10 to 14 pounds and are about 3 feet tall, and the female bald eagle is larger than the male. This bald eagle was injured and can no longer take care of itself. The forest ranger shows how big a bald eagle is compared to a human. If the wings were fully stretched out, they would be longer than the ranger is tall. Bald eagles can fly as high as 10,000 feet and then go as fast as 35 miles per hour. The eagle's large wings help it to soar. We might also call this glide. They can glide through the air for a long time without having to flap their wings. This is perfect when they are looking for fish underwater. So if you're looking at a bird in the sky and you see a white head and white tail feathers and you're curious, is it a bald eagle? You can look at the end of the wings and see that the end of the wings have feathers that look almost like fingers. And another way to tell is that the bald eagle seldom flaps its wings, instead stretching them out and gliding for long periods of time. And those things can help you identify a bald eagle. Bald eagles always live near water. They mainly eat fish. They have excellent eyesight. Bald eagles can spot fish swimming underwater and then swoop down to catch them with their talons. You can see this bald eagle is preparing to use its talons as they put their legs forward and are ready. Here, the bald eagle has used its talons to snatch a fish. Bald eagles are good swimmers, but they prefer to catch fish by using their talons and to snatch fish that are swimming near the surface. Bald eagles make huge nests. They like to make their nest in dead trees called skags, and they like to pick trees that overlook the water so they can look for fish from their nest. Bald eagles add on to their nest each year, and so the nest gets bigger and bigger. In the second picture with the people, you can see this old nest that has fallen to the ground, and you can see how big it is. Positively huge. Because their nests get so big, they do sometimes fall out of trees. Bald eagle parents stick together for life. They make the largest nest of any bird, and they add on year after year. You could fit in a bald eagle's nest. The female lays from 1 to 3 eggs in their nest. The babies are called eaglets. The eggs hatch after 35 days, and both parents take turns sitting on the eggs and then take turns taking care of the babies. The baby eaglets are covered in a fine gray downy fuzz. It looks like hair, but it is feathers, thin, fluffy little feathers on these eaglets. And they're very fun looking, aren't they? This bald eagle is feeding its eaglets. Bald eagles are very good parents. You can see these eaglets, their downy feathers have come in a little more thickly and they're a little larger. But it's also a good picture of how big the nest is. Not only is it wide, it's very tall. Young bald eagles are brown. These young eagles are molting. Molting is when their old feathers fall out and new ones grow in. These eaglets are getting their strong feathers for flying. They will stay brown for about 4 years. Young eagles are brown. They do not have the white head or white tail feathers. Now, the dark brown feathers that you see are the feathers they're going to use for flying. With 3 eaglets in the nest getting larger and larger, and eaglets preparing their wings for flight, sometimes one falls out. Because to prepare for flying, the babies stand in the nest and give a little hop and then flap their wings to strengthen them. And occasionally, one of the babies, the eaglets, falls out. Fortunately, in many areas, humans are standing by to help them. In this photograph, in the bottom corner, you may see a blue and white rope. That's because these eagles were lucky enough to be in a place where humans were watching out for them. When one of the young eaglets falls from the nest, they hire a mountaineer, someone who is used to climbing mountains, to help return the baby bald eagle to its nest. They carry the bald eagle up in a special little backpack as the person climbs the tree using these ropes and returns them to the nest. That's why on one of the eaglets you can see the green bands around its legs that identify it, that will help scientists to know where this eagle was born and other information about it for when they see it later. Before the mountaineer climbed back down, they snapped this quick picture of the baby eagles in their nest. Bald eagles are strong. They can lift up to 4 pounds. And bald eagles can live to be 30 years old. Here's a picture of the bald eagle showing you that bald eagles, like all birds, do not have teeth, but they do have a tongue to help push the food further back in their mouth. You can also see the very sharp hook on the beak that they can use for ripping and tearing their food apart along with their talons so that they can swallow smaller pieces. The bald eagle is our national bird and is often referred to as the American bald eagle. The bald eagle became a national emblem in 1782 when it was put on the Great Seal of the United States. Benjamin Franklin really wanted to have our national bird be the turkey, but he was overruled and the bald eagle was made our national bird instead. You can find the bald eagle emblem on the back of many quarters. You might also have noticed a symbol that looks like the bald eagle at the post office. It is one of the symbols of America and also a wonderful and amazing animal and raptor. I hope you enjoyed learning a few bald eagle facts. Thanks for watching Learn with me, Mrs. Sullivan.